Yes, in last class we were talking about salient features of tourism product. Yes. So what are the salient features of tourism product? The tourism product is intangible. Yes, intangible means it cannot be touched, but there is certain tangibility in all products, and in tourism product also there is certain tangibility, and in tangible products also there is certain intangibility. Feelings are associated with every product. Yes, we have discussed. Yes, बोर्ड दिख रहा है आप लोग को? Yes, you can see the board. Okay. So it is intangible. The tourism product is intangible, but it is a part tangible. We try to increase the tangibility of the tourism product. That is by buying some souvenirs, by taking pictures, by buying some merchandise. We have discussed in last class that. Okay. So though it is intangible product. Next we discuss about that it is psychological. The tourism product is psychological mainly. It appeals to your, yes, it appeals to your feelings. What it creates, what is the takeaway of the tourism tours? What is the takeaway? Yes.
Memories and experiences.
Memories and experiences. So what we take away? We take away memories. On that instant, perhaps it is not very, it don't seem very important, but after some time when we see pictures and videos of that tour, what we feel? We feel content and happy. These are happy memories. Yes, and after that we discussed that the tourism product is highly perishable. It perishes. If you don't use it, it perishes. It goes away. It is not on shelf. You cannot come back and buy that product in that period. Suppose you want to go Kashmir or any place where snowfall is there, you want to go there in winters. If you missed it, so you cannot recreate that experience in summers. Can you create it? Yes.
No, sir.
You cannot create that feeling in any other season or any other time. You cannot have experience of snowfall in summers. So you will have to go to experience snowfall in winters, in the season of snowfall. Another salient feature of tourism product, it is of composite nature. We discussed it already. What is composite nature of product? What we mean by composite nature of tourism product? Yes.
So it is heterogeneous, as it is made up of various elements.
It is made up of various elements. It is, the whole product comes before you as a sum total of that product. It is not, It's not only memory, it is not only experience, it's not only beauty, scenic beauty, it's not only monuments, it's not only climate, it is some of all these. It's not only shopping, it's not only food, it's not only the nostalgia, it's not only history, it's not only culture, it is some of that, all these things. So it's a composite product. If you are planning to market a tourism product, then you will have to give the your audience or your customer all these things. All these are some of these at least. You will have to give that. If you will have to market all these things, you will have to attract the customer with all these things. We are talking about tourism product. So what is our main focus? What should be our main focus? To market our product. Now, what is to market our product? Can anyone tell me? What is to market our product? Yes. How we market our product? What is a market? Yes.
So market is a phenomena where commodities are bought or sold.
Is a phenomena, yes. Is a space.
No, sir, it's not a space. It is called
It
as
is a phenomena.
because-
It can be in virtual space. Now space has become irrelevant. The physical space has become irrelevant in some cases. It can be. It is perception. Yes, you can buy. You can buy virtually. Yes, you have used a very good term, Mugdha. So it is a phenomenon. Okay, so we can market it, and market has another meaning. You are in which term we are using it. You can market it means you can attract customers to it. You can publicize it. Can anyone tell me, is marketing necessary for a good product? क्या मार्केटिंग ज़रूरी है? अगर अच्छा प्रोडक्ट है तो मार्केटिंग करना क्या ज़रूरी है?
Yes, sir.
Why? Why, Adiba? Why marketing is compulsory or mandatory for a good product also?
उसके फीचर्स को एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए.
But some products are there, they don't market. They don't market Rolls Royce. They market. They don't market Switzerland. They market it. They don't used to market Rolls Royce and Switzerland, but now they market. Because if you don't market your product, it seems that you haven't arrived. You are not in business. It's not only to attract customers. It is for showing that you are in business. You are there. So it is publicity. It is attracting customer. It is selling to what you sell. Suppose you are developing Aligarh as a tourism product. So what you sell, what you are selling, what you are appealing to. What we market. We market the product or something else. What you say. Suppose you are marketing Kashmir. What you say to your target audience or target customer. What you say to them.
सर वहाँ की जो स्पेशल चीज़ें होंगी उनको हाईलाइट करेंगे.
What you address, what what thing you are appealing to. We are
Sir,
addressing, of course.
advertise.
Yes, anyone else? I think you are not getting what I am asking. Yes, Momita, what we are addressing to? Yes, Adil, what we are addressing to?
Beauty of Kashmir, like
No, Jammu and Kashmir you are selling, but suppose you are attracting me to Jammu and Kashmir. What you will address to? What will be the most appealing to me? Suppose you want to attract me to Oxford. Oxford is a town and Oxford is a university too. Like Aligarh is a university and Aligarh is a town too. So suppose you want to sell me a package of Oxford. So what you need, what you address, what you are addressing? You are addressing my need. We have talked about it. Product is a thing, a bundle which satisfies your wants and needs. Yes? So you are addressing my need to see a good university. Or if you are selling Kashmir, so you are addressing his or her need to experience a good climate. Isn't it? You are addressing my need. It is psychological product. You are addressing my need. You are addressing my longing. Or if you are selling me a product, suppose I was alumni of AMU. I have gone to some city and I am working there 10 or 20 years, and you are selling me a product, selling me a tour of Aligarh. So what you are addressing? You are addressing my nostalgia about Aligarh. I fondly remember Aligarh. You are addressing my nostalgia of Aligarh. You know I am nostalgic about it, isn't it? अलीगढ़ के जो पुराने स्टूडेंट हैं वो अलीगढ़ आना चाहते हैं. Why they want to come to Aligarh? If you are trying to sell a tour of Aligarh to them, then they will be happy to accept it. So because they have a nostalgia. What they want to see? They want to see university. They want to see the classroom they were studying. They want to see the hostels they were staying. They want to see the mess. They want to see the canteen. They want to see Aligarh Muslim University. They want to feel Aligarh Muslim University. Or any other university which you were alumni of. It's very easy to sell a tour of that university or that town. Suppose you were Indian and you had gone to Mauritius. Suppose your grandparents gone to Mauritius. Sometimes they come to Aligarh to see their hometown. It's not necessary that hometown is a big town, or it has a scenic beauty, or it has a historical value. To them, it is nostalgia, isn't it? So you market your need, my need, our customers' need and wants, needs and wants. Product is a bundle that satisfied needs and wants. Next, we discussed that tourism product has an unstable demand, isn't it? It has an unstable demand. Demand goes up and down. In some part of the year, the demand is more. When the snowfall comes, the Kashmir's demand increases, isn't it? These days, some people market conflict tourism. Suppose there was a place where the battle took place, a fierce battle took place, or it is disputed area. The people want to see that area. Why it is disputed? What the area is like? They want to. They have a curiosity. So you are addressing curiosity of that people, or sense of history. Suppose in some area a treaty was signed. If you go to Shimla, you want to go to see that building where the treaty, an important Indian treaty was signed, Shimla Agreement. Where if you go to Gujarat, you want to see the place where Gandhi ji lived. So you are satisfying your need to see the history, and it has fixed supply in short run. One more feature of tourism product is it has fixed supply in short run. If the snowfall, you want to see the snowfall, it is for some days only. If you go to Kashmir, there is a tulip garden. It is open for 1 or 2 months only. It is, if you don't go in May and some part of June and last of April, you will not see the beauty of tulip garden. So that is fixed supply in short run. You have to go in last April and May to see that tulip garden, see that tulips bloom. One more feature, a very interesting feature of tourism product is absence of ownership. Who owns the tourism product? Who owns Switzerland? Not any person owns Switzerland. Not any person owns London. No person owns Aligarh Muslim University. Does any person owns that? It's absence of ownership. If you buy a car, ownership of the car is transferred to you. But if you see a tourism destination, ownership is not transferred. What you got? You get feelings, you get experiences. No ownership is transferred. There is absence of ownership. Nobody owns it, and if nobody owns it, he cannot, or she cannot, or they cannot transfer the ownership. If ownership is not there, they cannot transfer it. So you are not taking possession. You go, you see, you experience, and you come back. Yes, and it is a heterogeneous product. It's not one type of product. Perhaps to me, Kashmir is something else. Perhaps to me, London is something else. To me, London is history, London is culture. For some other tourist, it is a big city. He want to see business opportunities there. He want to see a sprawling urban metropolis there. To someone, London is the erstwhile capital of world. At a time, almost half the world was ruled by London. India was ruled by London. So they want to experience that city which was ruling on us. One more factor we discuss about risky. It is risky. What is the risk associated with tourism product? Is there any risk associated with tourism product? Yes. Is there any risk associated with tourism product? It is a risky product. Tourism is a risky product. The risk is heightened. If any event happened before